Welcome to Anastasia Ozarova Believe in God podcast. In these podcasts, you will be listening to the YouTube videos that are already recorded, but the topics are so important that podcasts are also created for your comfortable listening. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy your podcast. Hey guys, in this video I would like to talk to you about female narcissists. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is probably because, first of all, because God showed me that I need to talk about this topic because, it's very important, but also because we are in very critical times right now when we really see who is who. We really see who is working for the devil and who is with God. Especially recently, I've been observing a lot of videos and news regarding Meghan Markle. And it's actually a very sad picture to see. I feel sorry for her. However, in a way, she is helping to expose the narcissism itself, especially in women, because it is something that exists, but not enough people are aware of what it is. Not enough people know the signs, right? And a lot of people are still sort of targets and are still suffering from the works of these narcissists. And narcissists themselves, they are suffering. They're not this way because they're extremely happy or something like that. It's actually the opposite. They're so miserable inside, and hence they want to make other people miserable too. And I know how harsh all of this may sound, but I really do feel bad about the picture that's being created by so many people. So as much as truth is important, that we speak the truth and we expose the devil, right? But we need to love people. We need to love each other. We need to love people who are suffering from these narcissistic demons that are within them. But we need to expose the devil. We need to expose the actions that the devil makes narcissistic people do. Okay, I'll put it this way. So I would like to talk to you about two types, because there's two types of narcissists. I mean, there's more, but mainly there's two. There's overt and then there's covert narcissists, and they're male and female, and as much as their main characteristics are the same, women do have a certain way they go about things, and God wanted me to talk about female narcissists. So I will start with overt narcissists. So overt female narcissists, they are very much fixated on the looks, on their sexuality, on their clothes, and their appearance, because this is something that will get them what they want. This will put them into this position of advantage. So they have to invest in their looks, they have to invest in their sexuality, in their appearance, in their clothes, right? They need to wear good clothes, so that they create this image, because narcissists are always about creating their fake image, they're all about creating and working hard on their fake image. So first of all, what they do, they really invest on their looks. what they also do, they when they go after a man, right? They will make that man feel like a hero. They will make him feel like he's a superhero. He's amazing, and they are, the ones who need to be saved, right? They are weak. They need help, and they will also go about this in their like feminine and also sexualized way, right? So they will really use their sexuality as a weapon, as a tool, and also play the victim and also make the man feel like a hero. They're also highly competitive, right? So they will be very competitive with other females, right? Especially if they are going after, say, the same target, right? The same man that they have in mind. They're also highly flirtatious, so they will flirt. And by the way, narcissists are known for for having like multiple partners, multiple people that they are engaging with. So say they may have like one main person who is their supply, right? And then they will have some people on the side just in case, just a plan B. But yeah, and so they will be flirtatious, and they may flirt with a lot of people actually, just for the supply, just because they like getting the attention. They will overstep boundaries, and especially when there's something they want, they will not care about the boundaries. They will, do things that will make you uncomfortable. They will push your boundaries. And especially, if there's something they really want, like norms don't matter to them. And, for example, they will get out of their way and create like a completely false story of something that didn't even happen, just so that they get what they want. So like no norms, like if there's something they want, they will do anything to get it, even if it means like lying and creating, false stories and things like that. And they're always about control, so they will be very manipulative and very controlling of their victims, right? Of their supply. So what overt narcissistic females usually will want from a man is someone who adores them, and also someone who they will show like a trophy. So all narcissists are after the supply, right? Because that's something they cannot function without. They always need someone who will adore them and give them that narcissistic supply. And also, it has to be someone they can show off, someone who has money, right? Because they're highly materialistic too. So a lot of the time, I will tell you, you can judge about a relationship by the fruits of it, right? So, of course, there's nothing wrong in, say, being with someone great, right? And, there's nothing wrong with, things themselves, right? But what is wrong is when you are with the person for those reasons. What is wrong is like, if you want to be with this person just because he's rich, and because you know, he will give you, you know, something like, okay, if he's a king, then you will be like a queen, right? So if you're going after these materialistic things, it's wrong. And so when we see such couple where one person is a narcissist and one is kind of enabling this narcissism, what we will see is that the relationship itself does not bear fruit. It's kind of empty, right? The narcissist may work hard to make it look like they're good, but you will always feel like spiritually it does not bear fruit. You see that these people are really far apart. It's kind of like it's working on the paper, but in reality it does not really go well together. You know, on the outside it may look great, but then on the inside it's like people don't have deep conversations. People don't know each other's hearts very well. People don't support each other's, you know, like real things, you know. With narcissists, like, they can't really be intimate with you. So they don't know how to. And so it's very hard to have a deep conversation with a narcissist. It's very hard to talk to them. And they will always avoid this intimacy too, right? Because they will never understand, like, why do you even want to talk about these things? That's how it's gonna be. But they will always be focused on, you know, the materialistic gains that they can get from the person. So, you know, this is why they're after this trophy thing. And especially if they find someone who is like a real trophy, they will really try to stick to that person as long as possible. Because narcissists, they also do like discard things. So once they've used someone like till the end, like when they got everything they wanted from the person, they will sort of discard them. And they will move on to someone else if they find someone better. But until they find someone better, they will stick to that one main form of supply for a long time. You know, because they, you know, are still looking for someone else or something like that, you know. But I mean, it's wrong, right? It's wrong to do things like that. And like I said, they are highly materialistic and they're obsessed with designer labels. They also feel that they deserve the best, right? And that they are the best. They deserve better than, you know, everyone else. And you know, it's not hard to spot them when you know the signs and you don't fall for the act. Because when you see deeper, when you see into the spiritual realm, it shows, right? You can see that, you know, not everything is what it seems. And with relationships, I mean, like I said, now is a very crucial time, is when we reconsider who we are and who we're with. And, you know, this is also to do with our relationships. You know, is this relationship, you know, spiritually bearing fruit, or is it empty, you know? And with narcissists, it's always going to be empty, just because it's not built on the right things, right? If it's built on materialistic things, then it's not going to be like everlasting, right? It's not going to be eternal. is going to be, you know, built on the shaky grounds, and with time it's going to get harder, because in the beginning you may enjoy all those things, you know, but if there's no depth to it, right? And it doesn't matter what relationship it is. It can be romantic, right? Because I was saying, you know, about mostly man, right? But it doesn't have to be man. It can be a friendship. So in the beginning you can enjoy a lot of things materialistically, right? You can go out, you can go shopping or things like that. But if you just don't get each other spiritually, if you don't understand each other's hearts, if you don't talk about, you know, the things that you share, if you don't share the same things, you know, if you don't see the same things important, you know, with the person, like if you don't share interests, if you don't share values, right? It's not going to last. You're just going to see that you're just so different, right? And you know, of course, if narcissists will see you as a trophy friend, they will want to keep you around, right, as long as possible, and they will sort of love bomb you, they will buy you gifts, they will sort of be nice, and, you know, so on and so forth. But if it's you know, not authentic, if it's not coming from the right place, from heart, I mean, it's not going to last forever. Like, eventually, you know, things will fall. And this even goes to like family relationships too, and this is very sad, you know, when you can just evaluate your relationships and you will see, you know, of course you don't choose the family that you were born into, and you have to love your parents, right? Sometimes you have to love them from afar, you know, but yeah, you know, these things like are not materialistic. Like, the really important things are not materialistic. So, you know, your parents, say if they're narcissists, they can provide you with all the materialistic things. Like, they can, you know, you have the roof over your head, and you have food on your table, you have some pocket money, you know. So yes, you are of course lucky and should be grateful for these things too. But it's also sad when there is like the real love is kind of like, not the real love, more like the real relationship is lacking, you know, when like there are no real deep conversations, there is no real deep understanding of each other, you know, on a deep level. That's then very sad, because, you know, it's not all about money, you know. And then you can find a family that, you know, maybe is not so abundant materialistically, you know, maybe things are not going well materialistically, but they are, you know, very close, and you know, they share simple things together, and, you know, that's a whole different story. So I mean, with a narcissist, your relationship will be kind of built on shaky grounds, and you will not have, you know, this warm, real, deep connection with them. You will be not there, because narcissists are not able to have this intimacy. And then for covert female narcissists, right, these women, they tend to remember people's birthdays, right? And they will always congratulate you on your birthday, and like bring you gifts and things. Of course, all of these gifts come with strings attached, so, you know, you better be ready, because you may be reminded of these things, like, hey, you know, they gave you this gift. You know, they also want to be known for their good deeds, like they're a super good person, they're always taking care of others, you know. And again, this does not come just like that, you know. It's not like you just give a gift and you forget about it, because that's how it should be, right? If you want to give a gift to someone, just give it, right? It should not be thinking about, you know, any return or things like that. Of course, it's wonderful when you get a return, right? But with covert narcissists, it's always like they want to be seen. It has to be seen, you know, as if they're like the super good person. Yeah, and you're also supposed to give like really great things, because if you fail to do so, you know, you'll have to deal with the consequences. And they're always very controlling too, so you will feel like you're in a box, like they want to chain you, they want to control you. You can never talk about your achievements or talk about something great, or even like talk about your problems, because you know what they will do, they will sort of change the topic to themselves. Like if you talk about your achievements, they will tell you about something that they have achieved, and that's going to be greater than your achievement. Or you talk about your problem, and they're going to take your problem and they're gonna say that their problem is bigger, you know. So it's like there's always competition. Yeah, I guess it's like a competition kind of thing. They're constantly competing with you, and you don't really have much say in the relationship, right? Because they have to be in control. It has to be done in their way, right? And if you try to sort of, you know, do something your way, like it will not be welcome. Like no, that's not how we're doing things here. You know, they can actually be very I would say poisonous in a way with their words. So if you really do something, you know, they don't like, they may say something that's going to like sting you, like, you know, like a scorpion sting kind of thing. Yeah, they can get physically abusive sometimes. I've heard about this too. And yeah, they're also fixated on appearance. However, when with overt narcissists, females, they're fixated on, you know, like brand clothes and very like flashy clothes. You know, very you know, like fashion, you know, fashion kind of look. When with the covert women, I would not say that it necessarily has to be flashy or like super fashion kind of, you know, look, because they can look very actually simple and humble, you know, kind of in a way. But it's also their image, so they won't wear something really flashy on purpose, because like I said, narcissists, they really work hard on maintaining their image, on maintaining their character that they create, because it's fake, right? And so if this covert narcissist, she created this humble woman, good, super good woman look, then she will basically wear clothes that go in that line, that, you know, they're this humble, super good woman, you know. So they're invested on their look very much too. But yeah, this way they're covert, right? Because they don't openly show that they're so controlling, you know, and things like that. But yeah, narcissistic women, they will manipulate you, right? In their ways, like either be it flirtatious or just sort of take care of you, cook for you, you know, and kind of control you, right? Not give you freedom, and yeah, get what they need from you. So like I said, the best way, I guess, to see if you're dealing with a narcissist is to just evaluate your relationship with them, and evaluate what you know, what fruit this relationship bears. You know, what's the result? You know, how long have you known this person, and how well do you really know them? How well do they get you? How well do they really know you? How, you know, how much can you relate to each other, you know? This kind of things. And I'm not saying, like, you know, everyone's different, right? It's a good thing that we are different. And thing is that we should respect these differences, and we should appreciate these differences in each other, right? And not sort of think like, oh no, you're different, so you're weird. You know, that's wrong. So if someone does that, then you already know that this person doesn't really have your best interests at heart, right? Because they don't care. They don't care. Like, if it's something that's different and they're not interested in it, then it means they don't care, you know? So that's a good sign right there. I've personally experienced a lot of narcissists in my life, and I remember this is, you know, there's the reason, you know, like, someone commented somewhere saying, like, you know, do narcissists attend some kind of like a narcissist class, you know, because they all act in the same way, they all act in the same manner. So it's like, how do they do this, you know? But it's a pattern, right? They act in a certain pattern. And so I had a lot of narcissists in my life, and well, my mother is a narcissist, and I also had a female friend, who was a covert narcissist too, and at the time I did not know what narcissist was, but I remember I was like looking at this friend, and I was even telling her like so many times, like, why do you act like my mom? Like, you remind me of my mom so much, you know? There were times when I would literally say this, and now I realize why, you know, because they're narcissists. You know, it's just patterns in which they are. And, you know, this is probably the first time I ever publicly said that my mom was a narcissist. I guess it's just a fact, you know, it's just a fact. It is, you know, unfortunate to learn about this, you know, but you have to you love them, you know, love your parents regardless. But also, yeah, I guess this way I really developed a thick skin, you know, ever since childhood too, because of having a lot of narcissistic people around me. So yeah, and this is how I'm just not even surprised anymore, you know. I just know the signs, and that's what everyone needs to do. Like, everyone needs to know these signs, especially in these times, because now we are really like separating into two groups, right? Like children of God and, you know, the devil's children, right? The ones who do things that are wrong, the ones who really do dark things, and narcissists are like that. You know, there's one thing when you're making a mistake and because of your ignorance someone gets hurt, that's still wrong. But with narcissists, that's a whole different story. You know, their worldview is just very dark, and yeah, they literally want to destroy you sometimes. They want to control you, right? Just like that. So it's different. They don't even consider you like a person. They consider you a thing. They consider you like their possession, your thing, and it's like you belong to them, you know. So that's wrong. It's different. And so, like I said, now is the time when these differences will be coming out like more and more in people, and we will be really seeing, you know, who is playing on which side. So it's very unfortunate when you find yourself with a spouse, for example, who you know, spend so many years together, and then you realize like they never really loved you, they never really you know, appreciated you in the right way, they never really cared about you, right? They just used you, you know, as a trophy, as a whatever supply. And it may be, you know, a very hard pill to swallow, it may be very hard emotionally to learn about this, but you know, unfortunately this is the reality for sometimes. But the sooner you learn about this, the sooner you get your freedom too, the sooner you sort of get back to yourself. And this is where we need God so much, because God can take you out of this wrong relationship, and He can heal you, and He will bring better people into your life, right? But like these people, sometimes they can only come into your life when you're ready, right? So when you are already done with the wrong kinds of people, right? I mean, the ones that not everyone can come with you, right? So you know, only when you're done with your like narcissists sometimes is when God will allow, you know, the right people come into your life. So you know, it's important that we don't allow others use and abuse us too. It's important that we know what's right, and you know, of course we love everyone, we love people. So like I said in the beginning, you know, with the Meghan Markle thing that's going on now, it's actually very sad, and I feel very sorry because you know, it's not just her, it's her family. A lot of people are sort of with her in that, even though, you know, she's the one who is brought up as a narcissist so much publicly. But you know, she has kids too, and you know, it's sad for the kids. But if we go about this in a more sort of humane way, so we expose the devil, we say like these actions are wrong, this is wrong, you know. But it's hard, it's a hard situation though, you know, because especially narcissists, you know, if they go around hurting people, then that's really wrong. But yeah, so I guess in short, you know, check your relationships and see if they're real or they're superficial. That's actually very simple. I just had the word superficial come to my mind, so I believe it's God, you know. It's like, it's everything's like that, you know. It's either real or it's fake, you know. It's either a real person or it's a fake person, and it's either a real relationship, you know, deep relationship, or it's a fake relationship that's built on the wrong things, you know, on materialistic things, you know, like money, right? And you'll have your answer. It's very simple. Not always it is the answer you want to see, not always you will want to hear it, but you know, godly relationships also, they will always have peace, they will have love and support, right? And the devil will bring you a lot of chaos, and it will not be fulfilling to you. It will be, you know, kind of empty, kind of built on an illusion, on something that's not even real. And unfortunately, you know, narcissists, they can be sometimes very good at pretending. They can pretend so well to be someone they're not. And that's why we need to spot them as soon as possible, so that we get away and don't get hurt, you know. So yeah, I wanted to share this with you. Yeah, so think about it, and stay away from the narcissists, and stay close to God, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.